Hi guys, this is Conscious Truth Awakened, and I am here to tell you how I became a truther. And believe it or not, as weird as it may be, it started with me investigating paranormal. And I am an empath, so I've had paranormal around me my whole life. And once I begun to get older, I wanted to investigate and find out exactly what is going on and prove to people that this does exist. And when doing that, I started to find out the truth about what is really going on in this world and the lies that I've been told my whole life. That rabbit hole we've all been down, which you guys all are familiar with if you're looking at this video. Anyways, here's the property that my paranormal group was based out of. It is the Belvoir Winery, and it used to be Oddfellow's home back in the heyday. And it was an almshouse or a poor farm, an orphanage, old folks home, hospital, morgue, various things. So I'm going to go through some of my paranormal pictures with you because it's great evidence. And there's a few that I'm going to put up here. And if you like the video, you of course can give it a thumbs up and then comment on what you maybe think about a couple of the pictures if you have any insight in them. And then also I'll show you in here some of the Oddfellows, IOOF secret society as well. And that's who owned this property. Matter of fact, they owned it starting in like 1932 to 1933 is whenever they finally were able to purchase the land. There was 236 adults and 98 children living on the property. So anyways, let's get to the pictures. And you know what? Hold on here. Let's go over the history a little bit. The Oddfellows home. Okay, the architecture, which you're more than welcome to belvoirwinery.com. You want to read more, but I'm going to get to the points here. Let's see here, starting to ensure against charity. Residents at the home were expected to work on a 240-acre farm and if they were physically able. This emerging concept of self-help was just developing in almshouses during the latter half of the 19th century in Missouri. The almshouse tradition was different from the prevalent boarding out or leasing system of relief in which the poor were sent to live with various families. The almshouse method was to buy or lease land and bring all the poor under one roof. Unfortunately, the structure in which the inmates were housed is Missouri at times was often very crude. Well, isn't that interesting? But we weren't allowed to talk about that during our investigations. The Oddfellows home was significant in that when it was built, it was a modern facility complete with heating, plumbing, and other conveniences. Fraternal organization home were different from almshouses in other ways. Both children and the elderly resided on the same site. For the most part, the children were kept out of the almshouses. Okay. Due in part to the fact the orphanage were well-established institutions by this time. The fraternal organization method of caring for their own less fortunate was significantly different from the care received by general public in the 19th century. From its inception until the event of the social programs in the 1930s, the Missouri IOOF home was clearly associated with this up-to-date, benevolent method of caring for members of fraternal society. Okay, if they say so, right? And then, let's see here. The chief purpose of the Order of the Oddfellows is to give aid, assistance, and comfort to its members and their families. IOOF is a secret society and has its own systems of rights and passwords. The first lodge was organized in Missouri in 1835. Let's see here. In order, let's see, I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything so you guys can get a good idea of probably what was really going on here. The old folks home building. Yeah, the 236 adults and 98 children, like I told you. Some were people who were just down on their luck, undoubtedly due to the economics of the period. You got to understand there weren't food stamps, there wasn't Medicaid, there wasn't cash assistance, there wasn't Section 8. So when you were down on your luck, this is where you went. And I'll tell you folks, this is not where you wanted to go. So if you did go there, you must have been really, really down. And it'd be similar to me as a truther and now a prepper wanting to ever go to a FEMA camp. No, thank you. Anyways, let's get back to this. Undoubtedly due to the economics of the period and would stay until financially able to make it on their own. A greater number of non-orphan children were also admitted. A greater number of non-orphan children were also admitted during this time, as their families were unable to care for them. The decline in numbers at the home began after the advent social programs for the poor and elderly in 1930s. New developed local nursing homes were more attractive, enabling them to remain near friends and families. There were no longer any children at the home in 1951. I mean, there was an old hospital building there. There was the old school, a family life at the IOF. I mean, you can go and read it. Bunch of hunky-donkey blah blah just to make this secret society look so great, right? Okay, so let's get to the pictures. Here in this main building here is the third floor, and this is where the orphans were. There's a school over here, and then they go the hallway, and this was the rooming that they lived in. And we did an investigation in this back part, and we were leaving, and I took a picture right here. And this is where I've caught the black shadow man that everyone talks about. And here he is. You know, you don't say. Okay, here we go. Here he is, right there. Scary. This was complete accident that I caught him. Okay, moving on. Here was the picture that I found recently that I am in shock over. Activity here, the amount of EVPs that I have from here are insane. Let's get him in this box here. Okay, so I just scrolling through and found this. Nothing to see here, folks, right? Wait until I get closer. What is this? What is this thing? I want to try to get a little closer. What is it? I think it's the Shadow Man. I think it's the Shadow Man trying to make himself known. And right after this, my motion detector light goes off. I didn't notice that at the time that picture was there, but yeah. Anyways, here's walking up to the old folks' home, the back way. I was told for a very long time there were no tunnels here. Well, you leave here the back way. Oops, sorry. Leave here the back way, you can go to the hospital, and there's all kinds of holes here. Well, my husband crawled underneath here, which was not very safe, but there are definitely tunnels. And I talked to someone that lives across the highway that said there's tunnels even under their home that the winery or the Oddfellows used. So that, of course, was a lie as well. And still not able to talk about anything dark. Okay, this is the best one. Let's get there. Come on. Researching this, I'm like, hello, what are these? I have no idea. And so that's what led me to the Freemasons, finding out about the Freemasons. And it has led me to the rabbit hole again that we've talked about. Scary. Okay, I'm going to show you one of my best pictures. I only have a few more minutes, but I have plenty more evidence to show. Okay. Brand new camera. Got it for my birthday. My EMF detector was going crazy with this girl. And we were packing up, leaving. Gary going to our next location. I'm like, I've got to take a picture because I just feel the energy around. Boom! Caught her. Supposedly her name's Dorothy, and she's an older lady. I don't know if she doesn't know she's passed on and she's still there. Not sure. Would love to hear your guys' input in the comments, please, by all means. Okay, and then let's see. This is my other picture from the property. Let's make it littler so you guys can see it, obviously. Okay, yeah. I was leaving here. We do our rounds, check to make sure there's nobody in the buildings. And I just had a feeling somebody was around me when I was walking. And so I took a shot from behind me. And it looks like there's 2 kids running. And it looks like there's a man standing here. Okay. I have taken thousands and thousands of pictures. And I have like a total of 7 from here that are questionable. And it's just unbelievable. I just don't know. And let's see here. I want to give you another ending pic. Okay, here we go. This is me in my gear. It didn't like me showing you guys that. I'm just kidding. Yeah. So, anyways, yes, this is what I did for 5 years. I no longer am with PRI due to the fact that we weren't able to tell the complete truth while investigating. Like, isn't that what we're there for? To tell the truth? We don't hide anything. We don't hold anything back. But I have plenty of more pictures to show, more to talk about. If you guys are interested, give me a thumbs up and like, and I will share more with you. But there was some deep, dark stuff that went on here, and I have some pictures to back it up. Okay? Thank you guys. Love you all.